Good morning, Hope City. My name is Adam, and in today's Daily Devo, we're going to be going over Genesis chapter 40. So the two things that really stick out to me start in verse 6, and it says, "When Joseph came to them in the morning, he saw that they were troubled." And that's such a simple line and verse, but it shows that Joseph had so much care for them. He had the eyes to see. And a lot of times we struggle with that the people around us that God has put in our environments, we don't have the eyes to truly see the struggle, the hurt, the pain. They're in our lives for a reason. We are where we are because God wants us to be there. And it shows that Joseph had enough care to notice that they were troubled. And this is also such a cool thing to me because Joseph is in Egypt. He's a slave, and then he was thrown in prison, and just he has every right to not care for any of them. Yet he always did everything the best he could, and he did it for God. And you see this in the previous chapter of he had the knowing the presence that God was with him in everything he did, and he was doing everything to glorify him. And then if you go to verse 8, it says, "They said to him, 'We have had dreams, and there is no one to interpret them.' And Joseph said to them, 'Do not interpretations belong to God? Please tell them to me.'" And this shows how he had a confidence in God and in the ability to interpret the dreams. Joseph had already seen Jacob's dream. That was his dad. I'm sure he heard the story of Jacob having the dream in Bethel of the ladder going to heaven. And Joseph himself already had two dreams. So it showed like the confidence he had of the dreams belonging to God, but it also wasn't something he put to himself. It wasn't saying like, "Oh, look at what I can do." He's saying the dreams belong to God, and how though he was given the gift of interpretation, he knew this is not for me. This isn't for my own glory. It's for God and for his glory. And that's just something I would challenge you this week to have the eyes to see the people around us, the people God has put in our lives. And then we all have different gifts, but to know that those gifts aren't us. They're not for us to glorify us. They're for God and to glorify him and to further his kingdom. So I hope you enjoyed today's Daily Devo, and I'll catch you next time.